if, Adam, leads me to another question, if the folks that are on the call want to find out if their broker is in fact filing in ACE versus ACS, because I'm getting a lot of feedback. Again, I see a lot of people, and we have clients that split, that we do some of their entries and other brokers do other pieces of their entries. We know that. I know that you've been out doing a lot of individual one-on-ones with our clients, getting them set up in the ACE portal. But the ACE portal is a place that they could go and see if an entry is being filed in ACS
or ACE,
and or ACE. Can you tell them what form it is, maybe how to find that in the ACE portal?
Yeah, so
check that, because I know you've been coming across it with a lot of people that you've been doing.
So there's a couple of different places. The first place is called the AM008 report. That's an entry summary report. There's a column on the end of that report, and all it says is system, and it either says ACE or it says ACS. So that's one way very quickly to know if they're filing an entry summary in ACE. For most brokers, especially here in the Midwest, we file our summary and our cargo release at the same time. So that would give you the answer of whether or not they were filing in one or the other. You also, though, need to make sure you look at the cargo release side of that as well to make sure that those are also being done in ACE. Customs has not come up with a great way inside of the portal to do that. An easy way to do that, ask your broker for a copy of their release notes. The release notes in the transaction, in the ACS transactions, all those notes start with RR. In ACE, they start with SO. So that's an easy way to see which way things are going, and that's just on the cargo. The entry summary is different. It's an AX transaction for ACE, but that's an easy way to double check to say, is it getting done in ACE? Ask for a copy of an entry and ask for the release notes as well. They look a lot different. So those of you who have maybe seen them before, those of you who have worked with Scarbrough have probably seen them in some instances. And so they definitely look different. It's a very easy, quick way to tell if they're actually being done, because something that we've heard a lot of is we've heard a lot of people say, well, my broker's filing in ACE. And my next question is summary or cargo? Because you can file an ACE summary and a cargo ACS, and that's okay. You can't file a cargo ACE and an ACE summary, or you can't file an ACE cargo with an ACS summary. So there's only one version of that that even still works with customs. And a lot of people are just saying, yeah, I'm ready. When in fact, they're only doing half of that transaction. They're not doing the cargo side of that as well. So that's where you need to double check. That's kind of the important piece right now. I probably don't know a lot of brokers who maybe aren't ready with summary. I think there's probably a lot that are very close, if not all of them. It's really on the cargo side and the PGA side where the numbers go drastically down very, very quickly on who's actually ready and who can take this on and who can accomplish this task. From our side, I have to give all of the credit to our staff. They have worked through these. These are very different. We spent a lot of time with our software provider, kind of going through those pilots, going through the new guidance. FDA's guidance alone is 330 pages long. And if any of you have ever read that, it'll put you to sleep very quickly. Make sure that they are. Whether or not you're using us, whether you want to use us, don't want, it has nothing to do with that, like Kevin said. This is all about making sure that you're ready. Because if you're not, you're gonna be scrambling at the end, whether it's to see if your paper got filed, whether it's to find a new broker that's ready. You're going to be scrambling. So get them in line now. And if they're not in line, is that somebody you want to continue to do business with? Is that someone that maybe missed the November deadline? Now they're not again ready for the February deadline. Are they going to make the March one? At what point do we draw the line and say kind of move forward? And so, and that's kind of Kevin's soapbox too. We put a lot of time and energy into this, and like Kevin said, we're ready for it to move forward. It's something that we're very excited about. There is some benefit to it as well that we see from faster clearance times. I can file air freight entries before they ever leave origin. It used to be maybe 4 hours prior to it arriving at destination. I can tell you whether or not, or give you a good guess on whether or not your cargo is going to go up for exam for air freight before it ever even leaves origin. that's unheard of. You know, I can get an admissible message sometimes 2 or 3 days before the cargo ever even flies.
Well, I also see it as a reward for our clients that have put in the time and the effort to make sure that that volunteered with us to enter their data, to, in a sense, to try to get a competitive advantage over maybe their competitors.
Absolutely.
That getting ACE up and ready and being with us and helping us get there is really a reward for them, because you've really been awesome to work with and to help us to get where we needed to be in order to support you. And anyways, we'll always be thankful for that.